hot food take. All right, we got to redeem for beer. Beer is nasty. Okay, this is my hot food take. If you enjoy beer, drink it. I'm not going to tell you having fun wrong, but I think that beer tastes nasty. I think that beer has a terrible aftertaste. I think beer just makes me feel bloated and nasty. There's just nothing. There's nothing about beer that I find appetizing, and I think that in a lot of circles, like craft beers are just overly fetishized, right? Like it's that thing that becomes part of people's personalities, especially living in New England. People have this like weird, like cult, like fucking following of craft beers. So I think everything about beer is terrible. That's my hot take. And I'll tell you what I think why I hate beer. When I was a kid, when I was like probably like 8, maybe 7, I was fishing with my dad. My dad had this giant boat, and we were cod fishing off the coast of Portsmouth, New Hampshire, right? So we basically go out and we're fishing for cod, and cod like live on the bottom of the ocean, right? Like 200 feet down. And I remember like where my dad and I would sit, there was a cooler between us. You would catch fish, you would pull them up, you would slap them on the cooler behind us, and there would be 2 marks for length. Like if it was long enough and it crossed the 2 marks, you threw it into the cooler. If it wasn't, then you threw it back because it was too small. And on this cooler, my dad would always have his Budweiser. My dad drank Budweiser. Like if my dad never like drank less than a 6-pack a day of Budweiser. And he would always have a Budweiser, and I would always have like a Pepsi because that's back when I drank soda. And one day we were fishing, and I reached back and I grabbed what I thought was my can of Pepsi, and I tipped it back like big gulp style, you know, like pouring it down a fucking drain. And I grabbed his Budweiser and not my Pepsi. And when you're a kid and you think you're going to get Pepsi in your mouth and you've never drank a beer before and you suddenly get your mouth and throat just assailed, just like domestically fucking abused by shit-ass Budweiser that tastes like gasoline smells, I think that actually turned me against beer for life. Yeah. I chugged a fish. I chugged a fish. Yeah, and that turned me against fish. That's the reason why I don't drink fish anymore.